Alright guys, hello, happy Monday. So I had to do my video over because I don't know what was going on with my sounds. Like you could hear me, you couldn't hear me, I sound so far away. I don't know. But in any event, I wanted to touch base with everyone and give you a update. I am now almost 3.5 years in, and my sister locks have grown, obviously, as you can see, nice and full. So I did go ahead and measure my locks, and so here in the front was like 11 and a half. In the middle was 12 and a half, and then in the back was 13 and a half. So my hair is different lengths, obviously, as you can see, it's kind of, layered. And it did that naturally, because remember when I got my hair done, I went from a short fro. I grew my fade out, so the hair naturally just grew in layers. So that I'm grateful for. And so I wanted to share how it's been going. So remember in the beginning when I was taking things to make my hair grow? Not doing that anymore. I haven't done that in like maybe 2 years, I think. I was doing biotin drops, which is something you can take by mouth. But when I got comfortable with the length that my hair was getting, I was like, I'm not doing that. And surprisingly, my hair and my nails, they grow really fast. So, thanks to genetics, I don't have to really worry about focusing on making my hair grow fast because it does it already. Um, the freedom of having sister locks. Everybody always asks me. I can do the same thing with my locks that you guys can do with your loose hair. All right. So if I want to flat iron, if I want to curl it, if I want to crinkle it, if I want to wear some braids, I can get box braids if I want. I can do twists. I can do everything. Okay. The only difference is when I don't want to do anything to my hair, I can just get up and go. All right. So that is the freedom that comes with it. Now, maintenance. You have to wash your hair, you have to protect your hair, just like you would if it was loose. So I wash my hair typically every 3 weeks. Sometimes I hate doing it though because it can make it frizzy. I have to do a little bit more to prevent that though. So I do have that overhead dryer, and I have a blow dryer that hooks up to like a little hose or something like that that attaches to the hood dryer, and it kind of inflates and then it blows onto the hair and dries the hair and scalp. You do want to make sure if you're doing this style that you do wash your hair. I don't know why people have the perception that when people have locks that they don't wash their hair. You do have to wash your hair, and many of us do, because if you don't wash your hair, you can attract nasty things to your hair. The scalp health will be compromised. You can get lint, all type of yucky stuff, and nobody wants to do that. Walk around with their hair looking nasty and then smelly. Okay, so when I wash my hair though, I can't wash my hair loose like you guys obviously. I do have to either twist it or braid it. And the reason being is because if I wash my hair loose, I will have, let me back up, I will have all type of bubbles in my hair going down the shaft. And that doesn't make the hair look nice and neat at all. So you want to braid or twist your hair. And when I do that, it helps me to get into the scalp and clean really well. And when it comes to the twists and the braids, they're usually this big. I just do this, going down the side, do like this, squeeze. You see all the dirty water come out. The hair gets really clean. Okay. I use all Sisterlock products when I do my hair. When I first had my first set of locks, I kind of wasn't doing that, which is not good. The Sisterlock products are created for this style, and they're supposed to be hypoallergenic. I don't have any issues with it. Some people have said that they have had irritation to the scalp because of the shampoo. I have never had that problem. All right, this is my second time having locks at the 3 year mark. So you think to yourself, if I had Sister Locks for 6 years, first term, this is the second term, I never had any irritation. What I do notice is if I don't drink enough water, because whatever you put in your body comes out, right? So if I don't drink enough water, I do have the dry scalp. I do have the flaking. We don't put product in our hair. Believe it or not, some people are like, "Oh, well, you gotta oil your scalp." No, you don't. I haven't oiled my scalp since I've had my locks. Period. And the reason being is because it can build up And it's hard to get that out of your locks even with you washing it. So you don't want to do that. You want to follow what your sister loctician tells you. Okay? Your sister loctician should be certified and be able to produce the paperwork to show you that. Not only that, every certified loctician is listed on the Sisterlock directory. So if they're no longer certified, they're not going to be on there. And you don't want to mess with nobody who's not certified because they're not going to get the updated information on how to protect the integrity of the hair that you have on your head. People out here just saying they're doing sister locks and they mess your hair up and that's when you get the balding. As you can see, I don't have no balding. None. Okay? So don't be believing them people who said they certified, they was all the trainers, and they don't have no way to show you, and you can't even look them up. You should be able to look them up. All right. Um, anything else I want to say about my hair? No, I don't really think there was anything else to say. I mean, as far as the hair goes, I'll show you guys the hair, and let me see if I can turn around the back so you can see it. This is the hair. All mine. I find it funny how some people ask, is that all your hair? And I know the reason why. It's because you have people who they're getting fake locks, like they're starting out, and because they don't want to start off in the ugly phase like most of us do with the short hair, they want it to be long automatically, so they're getting these extensions. I don't have any extensions. Everybody saw how my hair looked in the beginning. This is all my hair. It has grown out this long, and yeah, which is what you really want. I mean, to each his own, but the ugly phase doesn't last that long. It really doesn't. And you can do so much with it. I do different stuff with it all the time. Put up in ponytails, and as you can see, I can freely run my fingers through my hair. I have no hair restrictions, guys. None. Okay? So, if you decide that you want to get sister locks, go ahead. At the end of the day, it's just hair, right? And you can do anything with your hair having sister locks. It's not restrictive at all. And it's beautiful. And my hair wasn't this pretty before because I was afraid to cut it. I got my hair locked on heat damaged hair. So it was flat. It was a little thinner. This hair now, with me cutting it off and wearing a fade for a number of years and then getting it done, it turned out so much better because this is how my actual hair is. No heat damage, just fresh, tainted. And so so people are like, how you get it so full? And how, I'm like, I don't know. I guess that is naturally how my hair grows if I don't do anything to it, And I always wrap my hair up. Even if I'm going to lay down, I put something on my head because your hair is kind of like a magnet for lead, okay? Because you have to remember what are locks. Locks are just your dead hair that never falls. When you go to comb your hair out, you comb out that dead hair. Well, locks, it is the dead hair kept in, okay? And this is what makes the lock and makes the roughness. And so with the roughness comes the magnet to lint. I have cats. I can have cat hair in my hair, all type of stuff. So I always, if I'm going to take a nap, if I'm going to just go lay down and scroll on my phone when I go to sleep, I put my hair up. And I have this lock sock that I put on, and I put the hair up. And that way it's protected. It's not getting any lint. It's off of my neck. And also, too, if you try to sleep with your hair loose and you roll over, you're going to snatch the lock out. It's real easy to do in your sleep because you can't feel it. So I always make sure that I wrap my hair up in something, okay, if I am not going to be up and about moving around. Like I said, if I want to style it, I can roll it, I can braid it, I can twist it. Sky's the limit. Right now, it's a little crinkly because I did get my hair done March 29th, I think I did. Let me see, that's 31st, 30. Yeah, I got my hair done March 29th. So it's still crinkly because I braided it. And when she got done re-tightening my roots and took it loose, it maintained the crinkle. So I'm a little crinkly right now. So I like it though. So that was it. just wanted to give y'all that update. I know it's been a while. I haven't really done a good job of being on here regularly, but it's been, 3.5, I think, years. It'll be 4 in December of this year, and we are doing great. Me and my hair. All right. So thank you guys for following my journey and understanding the big gap between me posting before and now. But hopefully from the last video and now you can see the difference in the growth. So everyone have a good week and I'll talk to you guys again later. Bye.